All right. I got some things to talk about. Oh, man. Excuse me, man. You gonna have to bear with me because I'm finna tell you some shit. Some real powerful shit. People don't notice about me, but I'm like a humanitarian. I'm a giver. 5, 6, 7, 8 times in the year, I go out and feed the homeless. And weekly, I get me some ones so I can, disperse them to the doggone people in the corners that need whatever. I know it ain't gonna do nothing for them, but maybe they want some water or whatever. When I fix them turkey dinners for Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, ham and all that shit, I give them the full thing, the cornbread, the whole thing. My wife makes it. We definitely go feed them, and they be happy. But you know what? Both of us, we'd be extremely happy that we did it. I mean, it's some kind of pleasing to me. I don't know what it is. But that brings me to what I want to talk about. See, because the young dudes today, they're really the haters of, success. They hate success from the game. I was accused of being a hater. I'm sure you guys heard that bullshit, And I remember back when we was in the streets and, some motherfucker we knew, he did put his shit together, however, and he came up on a business. Now, this dude would always have his business going while he was still in the game, but slowly but surely he would be getting away from the game. You can see it. He might have a club, he might have a restaurant, whatever. But he was getting away from the game, and he could see it. And we could see it. See, the thing about it is we didn't get mad at him. We didn't hate on him. We did everything we could to support him because that's what the game is about. You have to support people that represent the game. Now, we weren't mad at his ass for leaving the game, even though he was a giant. The motherfucker stayed deep with bras, did shit, but he wanted to do something else, regardless of how old he was. But he was definitely older than 40 because he'd been damn 20-something years at this point. So what I'm saying is one reason we was glad to support his ass, keep this goddamn ass from coming back on this track and giving us problems, getting in our business and shit. So we gonna make sure his restaurant works. Well, you look at this stuff and of course you want to say whatever you want to say about what I'm saying. But do you know what I'm saying is very true? Because the game, the way it's represented today, it has the wrong type of competition. It always had an element of danger, but it had nothing to do with the competition. It had the danger element of something happening to a hole with the trick or, being on the streets, period, dope, all this old shit. But there was no danger of me running into you on some pimp shit. It wasn't like that. So just because he charged me, this dude with the restaurant, just because he charged me to come in and eat, it's no reason for me to think that, oh man, this motherfucker trying to pimp on me because I gotta pay him. I'm saying this is stupid thinking. But that's exactly how you guys think about me. I ain't gonna let that motherfucker pimp on me. Shit, nigga, stop pimping them bitches so he can pimp on them stupid motherfuckers to get his course. Yeah, you can keep believing that. But SWU, goddammit, is so. We just started yesterday a new semester. Had 27 motherfuckers on the goddamn conference call. It was about making money. I made money, but it ain't about making money. I'm making men. I'm growing men. I'm growing. I'm talking about I'm planting this seed in their head, and that goddamn seed is sprouting. And what I'm trying to tell you is that as far as what I'm doing, it's part of my humanitarian work. I'm at the age that I want to give something to whoever the fuck fucks with me. And what better gift to give a young man than the roadmap to his manhood for the rest of his life? What better gift is that? I'm giving this away. Of course, I sell the course, but I give my time daily answering this or that, correcting this or that, making sure them brothers get guidance. And they love me. I found out yesterday how much. I didn't even know how much until our conference call yesterday. See, the thing about it, if you guys was real pimps or real men, you would be glad to see me doing something after I had left the streets. You would just be glad, and you would do anything you could to support me. But it's okay, man. I understand you guys in a totally different mind frame, so you can't really see what I'm really saying, but it's okay. The thing about it is a motherfucker fucking with me don't have to spend one red cent. You know why? I got free shows. I do these fucking videos free. See, what I'm saying is I give constantly, all the time, every day. But I'm trying to pimp on everybody. I'm kicking the same shit on this video. Well, maybe not the same shit. Definitely not the same way. But I'm saying the course and the school is powerful because it makes motherfuckers understand that ain't shit gonna happen for you. Period. You gonna have to make shit happen. And if you don't believe that, don't. Bro, I don't care. I wish I would try to convince one of you motherfuckers to believe me. Hey, you guys have all the reasoning. I was on Steve the Dean show the other day, the D&W show, and we spent, I don't do this, but we spent 30 minutes talking to this dude, giving him every explanation that we possibly could to make him understand how wrong he was. And every time, he just kept saying, but, and then he would come with whatever. Well, I'm saying, man, after one time, me doing that, and you say, but do what you think, man. I ain't against you doing what you think. I'm glad you believe something, go do it. But you go do that, man. And don't argue with me about it. You know, I ain't got time to convince you. Period. I lead by example. I sit in my chair, talk my shit, make money, and I fucking smoke weed, do what the fuck I want to do. But while I'm doing all that other shit, I'm at SWU like clockwork. I'm checking them. Hey, and what's happening is off. I just didn't realize it was paying off. I was feeling bad about my motherfucking low ass goddamn graduation rate, even though I know the Navy SEALs have the same graduation rate. So it must be some. But what I'm saying is, man, I realized that even in my course, it says you can't learn this quickly. This isn't a quick fix. I wrote the shit. I should have knew they couldn't learn it as quickly as I thought. But staying down like I do, and these dudes kept fucking with me. Yesterday, I just heard so much change. The way I'm presenting shit is different too. Because I learned I don't just do shit. I'm not out to get your goddamn money. I'm out to have you become a man. I'm not talking about an adult male, which is all half you motherfuckers are. You just an adult male. You ain't no goddamn man. Men handle shit. For real shit. When the shit happened, not tomorrow after you fucking and had to talk to somebody and ask some shit. I hear you guys roasting each other about, some kind of bullshit. In the next motherfucking second, you screaming about how much you a pimp. You roasting about some kind of whole goddamn shit, and now you this big pimp, man. Or you could even be a motherfucking square motherfucker on there having some bitches. I read all kind of shit. I just don't comment on it. I've never known an era of pimping, especially, but a time where the dudes was like, fuck, so short as being a man. They was like, I just can't understand it. And everything I do is to try to prevent this, because I'm a fucking humanitarian. I don't want you guys fucking having one nut running around and thinking you something. See, people got to realize I don't fucking support the shortcuts. I don't support you taking no shortcut to be a pimp or to be a man. And people would rather call me a motherfucking game hater. I'm a hater because I don't go for the little bullshit. Be real with me, I'll be real with you. That's all it is with me. See, I've been real. See, and what you got to understand is when I hear you guys roasting each other, talking that shit about real pimps, see, you don't know that real pimps and real men respect the motherfucker retiring from the goddamn game or retiring or doing something else, whatever, even if it is some uplifting status type thing that he's doing. So what if it's building his goddamn status? You can't be jealous or envious of that damn shit. The only fucking thing you can do is make sure if that's what you see is attracting you, you do it. See, I don't let myself get jealous like that. I get envious, but that just means I'm finna do it. Whatever it is I'm envy of. I'm just like that, man. See, what I'm talking about is how the game is supposed to be. And I'm not talking about the pimp game. I'm talking about the game of being a man. I'm talking about how it's supposed to be. My only rival, my fucking only rival in my life are my goddamn thoughts. That's the only thing that I battle with. They're the only goddamn things that can make me change my mind once I decide to do something. See, when thinking about a rival, you kind of want him to be magnanimous or, like not like God, but some kind of bigger than life type motherfucking thing, because that's the only kind of rival that can give you a problem. At least that's what you like to think. You know, you somebody capable of achieving some kind of magnificent feat, like a superhero or something. You know, you like to think of them like this, but my rival is even greater than that. My rival and my wife are the goddamn thoughts of not doing enough to get what the fuck I want. That's my fucking rival. Most of the time, when I was a young pimp, I rode alone. I ain't trying to have somebody interrupt my thinking, interrupt my thought process with this bullshit everybody want to talk about. That's why I don't see why all you motherfuckers talk about your partners. Well, you could have a partner, 2 or 3 or 5, but you don't need to be with them motherfuckers all the time. You need to fuck with them every day. But you got to be by yourself hella times. See, I didn't have, nor did I want, a team of motherfuckers riding with me, kissing my ass because I got this fly car or whatever the fuck, jewelry, got some hoes. I didn't need that kind of goddamn shit. I would ride and think of the things that I wanted to accomplish in the game. And then I would continue riding and figure out how I could do it or get it. I mean, that's just how I am. That's the way you be. See, there are gigantic rewards waiting for you motherfuckers if you would commit to something. If you could commit to getting the rewards and the benefit of being disciplined doesn't really show immediately. Just like you motherfuckers need instant gratification. You better get out of that. You can't do something for 2 days and don't see no damn result and quit. This ain't no instant gratification. Neither is my fucking courses. I had to relearn that myself. It ain't no quick fix for you. Don't fuck with me if that's what you want. Fuck with me if you just really want what you want, which is progress. See, you can't commit because your ass is too busy rapping, too busy doing this other whatever. You know, you can't commit to this because you're doing 13 other things. So if you want to, man, you could be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Me, fuck all trades, and I'm mastering one. Yes. And that's what my motherfucking alumni do. We mastering how to be a man. And whatever we do after we master that is going to be some shit done by a man, so it has to end up correctly. It does. Because men think things through. If you do what you thought through, well, fuck, don't believe me. And keep watching me. Don't fucking believe me and keep watching me sitting here and watch how long my beard go. While you motherfuckers sitting up there talking about what you doubt and what you don't believe and how much you know and all this goddamn bullshit you didn't read about and all this old shit, man, I can give a fuck. Don't call my show telling me about what the fuck you read. Take your goddamn ass and do what your goddamn read say do. I believe you read it. Do you believe what you read? Shit. What I'm saying is the greatest determining factor in your success at being a man is your commitment to what it takes to being a motherfucking man. Now, if you want to be a man and you committed to being one, hey, you on your way. But what about all the lies you tell yourself? Even that one right there. How you gonna be a man lying to yourself? My guys at SWU obviously learned that last semester, but I thought they didn't. But this semester, they certainly showing that they fucking learned that. And they all admitted how they've been lying. Not malicious lies. Just, oh yeah, man, I'm able to do that. Just give it to me. Yeah, okay. Because I'm saying it on the computer. You at home, whatever, sitting, doing whatever you're doing. So of course you can tell me, oh yeah, I can do it. Because you're gonna read whatever and you're gonna be able to take this test, motherfucker. But that ain't what I grade. After you do all that reading and take that goddamn test, you better get your ass up and go out and do it. Physically. Yeah. Because I ain't playing. I know how to get results and I'm getting them. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Only in this fucking computer generation do you find motherfuckers claiming to be pimps and rappers at the same time. I mean, see, you guys, what's bad is that you don't want to accept the real truth. But you need to choose. That's the truth. You need to choose what you want to do. You need to choose what the fuck you want to do and start doing it. Hey, man, you keep talking about the bitch. No, it's you. You're the one who need to choose. And a lot of you motherfuckers, like I say, you just can't even believe I'm a humanitarian. Some of you just won't believe it, but I am. I believe in humanity, humility, and the benefits in life for believing this kind of shit. I believe in all that. And the reasons I say this are many, but the other day, a brother who just got out the penitentiary doing a dime, and he had been locked up. He was in there on the dime, but he had been locked up 7.5, and he got out, and he got in contact with me, and he told me he had bought my course all them years ago when before he had went in, and then he did whatever and got cracked and went in, and now he getting out. But now 7.5 years later, this shit is lost. So he was hitting me, asking me if I can give him a deal so he can buy the shit again. So I said, man, you know that shit been upgraded and shit new and improved. He said, I mean, I know it's cool. I mean, I ain't got, whatever it is, I'm a pay. He said something like that. Now we kicked it a moment. And when he told me his last name, it was a really unusual last name, and I remembered it. And because see, at first, I didn't know if he was telling me the truth or not. I was saying whatever I was saying to see if I could, know who he was. But when I remembered his name, I told him, man, send me your email address and I'm going to hook you up for free. So he sent me his shit. And when I started packaging it, because at this time, I wasn't doing it electronically. I was actually mailing off DVDs. So I started packaging it, and I thought about it, and I decided, because he had only bought one course, and I had, since he was gone, I had 2.0. And something just told me to give him both courses, because this motherfucker just getting out. He ain't got no goddamn money. And I told him, that I was going to do that. He said, I told him in the email, instant message, that I was going to do that. He said, nah, man, you ain't got to do that, man. I understand you got to live. And let me tell you something. I didn't have to do that. Doing that got me to thinking about my confidence courses. And coincidentally, another dude contacted me about the problem he was having before I talked to this dude that I sent the courses to. And he told me that he was suicidal. Now, I don't mean right before, like 10 minutes before. I'm talking about this is another time somebody had called me, but it's before this time I just told you about. And he told me he was suicidal at one time, and listening to my shows, it kind of helped him overcome that. And he still had different issues he was working on. And without going in detail, he told me he had physical handicaps. I politely waited on his ass to finish telling me because he was really telling me a lot of shit. And then after he finished, I asked him a couple of questions. And I saw, even though whatever was wrong with him, he still was like trying to be a man. So I decided that his confidence was low. And I didn't want him to think that I was like handing shit, making him a handout. So I told him, after I asked him a couple of questions, I asked him, if I sent you the courses at no cost, would you follow the directions and do what the course says do? Now, I ended up sending him the course. Why do I do these things? That particular time, I was being selfish because since he was handicapped and probably didn't have too much money, I wanted to know if my course would even help someone that's handicapped. So in a way, he was doing me a favor. Now I sent him this shit. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't want him to have pity on it. I didn't want him to think I was having pity on him. So I told him that he had to promise to promote my shit all over. He lived in Pennsylvania somewhere. Promote my shit. And he agreed. So I sent it to him. And after he, about a month or so later, he called me and said he wanted to pay me for it because it was really good shit. He just was excited and he wanted to. I say, nah, man, I sent it to you, man. I'm glad it. And we started talking about it and shit. And then he said, man, I want to pay you back, man. I said, promote me, man, promote me. Then he told me that he knew this radio personality and he was going to get in contact with him. Now, he contacted the radio personality. I ended up talking to the radio personality, getting what I needed to get out of that. But what I'm saying is this is a guy that was suicidal with, I know what his deformity was, but I ain't gonna say. Anyway, he had a deformity. And he had never really did what he did because he left Pennsylvania, went to New York to meet up with this radio personality to talk to him about me. And then he met a broad there. And I mean, he just had a lot to tell me he did. And he was thanking me because of my course. Man, come on, man. So let me see, man. I have my shit up. I don't be looking to see who's on here. But it don't look like no motherfuckers on. It's just a couple of people, man. So there ain't too many questions. So I tell you what I'm going to do, fellas. This is a short one. And everything I do is to help you. I am very serious. You don't have to buy my shit, but at least listen to my motherfucking ass and try some of this shit that I'm talking about. And you'll see that what I tell you works. Is coming from my heart. It ain't coming from my pocket. I ain't thinking about trying to win, by getting your money like that. I'm thinking about trying to win by making a whole bunch of happy motherfucking men just crazy about SWU.